Hi, my name is Rachelle J. I am the founder of Chellypic Photography, and I'm here to talk about my passions, my interests, and how did I get into photography. So it all started when I was younger, when I was a kid. Growing up, both of my parents, they were so into capturing the moment. I remember growing up having our digital camera at every special event that you can imagine, from birthdays to recitals to graduations to even the small moments like we have to capture the family photos outside by the bush that is blooming in the spring. Like it was essential. Both of my parents, they come from the Caribbean island of Haiti. They came to America. They were after the American dream, and so they have this go-getter entrepreneurial spirit that I was grateful to have witnessed growing up. And I also come from a family of creatives, from painters and dancers, and so I've always had this unction, this feeling of how can I get into things. I just loved to be creative. I loved to try new things. And so when I was in elementary school, that's when I started asking my mom if I could start using her digital camera. And I would bring it to school and I would start taking photos of friends and whoever would allow me to snap a picture of them. And before I knew it, those people would start asking me for those photos. And that to me started to open up some ideas of what could I do with these photos? How can I move the needle a little? So as I continued on with school, I kept photography as a close hobby of mine. And I started to continue to take photos of friends. And as I look back over the years, I took over 100 different sessions of friends and people I met, developing that skill, developing my eye, and being able to dive more into photography. As I graduated from college, I continued to do different side projects and photography projects for individuals who would ask. But I've always kind of kept photography on the side, just in case, right? Then the pandemic hit. I was working a full-time job at the time, and I was laid off due to some constraints around the pandemic, right? And it was the first time I was wondering, what do I do? I was stuck. I felt hopeless and uncertain about what was next. And then something told me to just look down and be like, what's in your hands? Like, what can you do? And instantly I was like, yes, it's photography. Let me tap into this. So I started to really focus more on building up Chellypic Photography. I was able to establish the LLC, start building a name for my brand, working with different nonprofits, small businesses, friends, family, and then it's just started to really grow into its own entity. I'm so proud of where the business is today, of being a small business owner and continuing to make impact within the greater Boston area. In these past couple of months, I've been granted the opportunity to work on different projects. And there's one in particular that I am now going to be focusing on in the next 2 years to talk about water scarcity throughout the United States. I'm so excited to really embark on this, taking the photography aspect and the social justice avenue, which both I'm very keen and fond of, and putting it together because it's so important for us to document and to tell real stories and to talk about really what's happening on the ground, and then to involve stakeholders and individuals and residents and leaders to really talk about how can we really make change happen locally, nationally, globally, right? And so I'm excited to use my gift and to take it to the next step. I am feeling so inspired to think bigger about my photography and my gift. And I'm just ready to take it one step further. And so I'm just so ready and so excited. And I thank you so much for taking the time to view this video. And I hope that you have a great rest of your day.